Hello students, welcome to Learn It. As we discussed before that study of electrochemistry is nothing but the study of electrochemical cells. So let us begin with the important segment of electrochemistry, that is electrochemical cells. There are two types of electrochemical cells that we have already discussed. The first one is galvanic cell. Second one is electrolytic cell. So let us discuss with the galvanic cell. So galvanic cell is a device in which chemical energy of spontaneous redox reaction is converted into an electrical energy. Within this galvanic cell, there are chemicals. These chemicals undergo reaction to produce what? Some products plus energy. We are not bothered about the products, we are only bothered about the energy. And the reactions are spontaneous. It means these reactions happen by themselves without any external influence. The galvanic cell is also called as voltaic cell. So let us look at the components of the galvanic cell. Galvanic cell contains two electrodes. One is negatively charged, another one is positively charged, which are connected by salt bridge. At the negative electrode, the electrons are generated. At the positive electrode, the electrons are consumed. Next question comes, what is an electrode? So let us learn it with an example. Consider a zinc metal. It is in contact with dilute solution of zinc. So dilute solution of zinc containing Zn+2 ions. So when zinc is in contact with its own ion and the concentration of the zinc is less, that time the zinc atoms present in metal rod undergo oxidation, leaving behind two electrons on the zinc rod. So because of this oxidation process, there will be accumulation of electrons on the zinc rod. Before, the rod was electrically neutral, but because of this oxidation, there will be accumulation of electrons on the zinc rod. Now this rod is said to be an electrode, and this electrode is electron rich, and because there is an excess of electrons, this has a tendency to give or lose or donate those electrons, and this tendency is called as oxidation potential. And as the electrons are accumulated, this rod is negatively charged. And the electrode where oxidation takes place is called as anode. So that's why this is an anode. So zinc metal becomes anode when oxidation takes place. And when does this oxidation takes place? This oxidation takes place when zinc rod is in contact with dilute zinc solution. So how to represent this zinc anode? This is representation of zinc anode. So zinc, which is solid bar, it means it is in contact with Zn+2 ions, which is having certain concentration. Let us look at the positive electrode. The question comes, how does that electrode consume an electron or electrons? Let us learn with an example. when the same zinc rod is in contact with excess of ions, then the ions, that is Zn+2 ions present in the solution, start to gain the electrons from the atoms on the metal rod. So in turn, these Zn+2 ions become atoms. So this conversion of ions, cations, to atom by the consumption of electron is called as reduction. We have already seen the conversion of ion into atom by the consumption of 2 electrons from the neighboring atom. So this ion may take 2 electrons directly from the one atom or 1 electrons from the neighboring atoms. So this accepting of electrons from the neighboring atoms continues. So that's why when zinc metal it is in contact with excess of Zn+2 ion, there will be reduction. Due to the reduction, the size of the metal rod increases, but there will be deficiency of electrons in the rod. Hence this rod is called as electrode. With respect to this electrode, it is an electron deficient and has a tendency to take or gain or accept the electrons, which is called as reduction potential, is positively charged. The electrode where reduction takes place is called as cathode. Representation of zinc cathode as follows. Zn+2 ion having certain concentration C is in contact with zinc, which is solid. In conclusion, when a metal is in contact with dilute solution of its own ion, then there will be an oxidation, which leads to electron-rich electrode called as anode, which is represented by the metal which is in contact with its own ion having certain concentration. During this process, metal atom is converted into cation. With respect to electrode, the dissolution of the electrode material takes place. Size of the electrode decreases. Electron accumulation on the electrode increases. Tendency of an electrode to donate the electron, that is, oxidation potential, increases. When same electrode it is in contact with concentrated solution of its own ion, reduction takes place, which leads to electron deficient electrode called as cathode, which is represented by a metal ion having certain concentration is contact with metal. During this process, the cation is converting into metal atom. With respect to the material of the electrode, the deposition of the material on the electrode takes place. Size of the electrode increases. Electron consumption in the electrode increases. Tendency of an electrode to accept the electron, that is, reduction potential, increases. Next question comes, until what this reaction, that is, the oxidation or reduction process, continues. So this oxidation or reduction process continues. It depends upon the concentration of the solution. But this oxidation or reduction process continues until the concentration of the solution becomes equilibrium concentration. So the next component of galvanic cell is salt bridge. So salt bridge is a device which connects anode to cathode. The salt bridge contains a saturated solution of potassium chloride or potassium nitrate or sodium nitrate or ammonium nitrate. Any one of them which is prepared in agar-agar jelly or gelatin. The functions of salt bridge are: first one, it completes the electric circuit. Second one, it maintains electrical neutrality in the solution of two electrodes, and these two electrodes are also called as half cells. In conclusion, salt bridge is a column which is filled with agar-agar jelly, but these agar-agar jellies are dipped in solution of KCl or potassium nitrate or sodium nitrate or ammonium nitrate as shown in this picture.